Hello, guys. Welcome back to our fourth episode of Cutting Deals. In today's episode, we have Leo Rico Suave with his new hairdo,
Hola.
and we have Lance with no braids.
Yes,
So it's just
sir.
Lance.
Mhm.
And for today's episode, our special guest is Kallen, co-founder of Ink Temple. And yeah, tell us about yourself, Kallen.
What's up? So my name is Callen. I work at Ink Temple Tattoo Studio out in Hamilton. I'm also a part owner for the studio itself. Pretty much I tattoo out of Hamilton. And what we're talking about today is going back into boxing and also some other stuff with it.
Yeah, for sure. When did you start doing tats?
I started actually tattooing. So I stopped competing a year and a half ago because I took an injury. Actually, I took a kidney injury. And then
Injury from what?
it was weird. Suddenly, I was training for this scouting program for Ontario, and then all of a sudden, my kidney started flaring up, and then my body actually blew up into like a balloon. Like my body got stuck with water.
Damn.
So
Yeah, bro, he showed me pictures of him when
Yeah.
he was in the hospital. That shit was crazy.
yeah,
Like,
I gotta put photos of like how big I was. Like it was like you.
how long didn't I see you for? Because
3 months. I didn't get like a haircut for 3 months.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
yo, I was super worried. I was like, yo, where Kallen been? And then he's like, yo, I've been at the hospital. And he showed me. I was like, holy, yo, that looks
That's crazy.
crazy.
But how long have you been a boxer for? Like, been training?
So I was like actively competing for like when I was 16 up until 20 years old. And then, yeah, from that time, because COVID happened, it kind of took away that whole year of competitions because they closed it down. But yeah, no, I started tattooing right after I stopped competing. And then we went from there.
What were you doing before being a tattoo artist?
So I was like, it was weird because I was like that one kid in high school so I was actually in the enhanced program and I was actually qualified for it. So I wasn't like dumb or anything, but I just
What is
wasn't
the
interested.
enhanced program? Sorry, man. I guess I'm on the dumb side.
I guess for
Pretty
the
much,
smart
What does that
kids,
mean? Is that
bro.
like the
Yeah.
IB program?
Yeah, so
or
y'all remember like how they had EQAO or like CCAT? So if you
Yeah.
had like a certain outstanding grade, they would they wanted to test you and they put you in like, it's a higher level than academics. So it's rather than
Oh.
like, they pretty much like separating you from like average kids to like, smart
So
kids.
it's invitational only.
yeah,
fam.
bro,
Yeah.
Luigi failed his EQAO English test.
Oh, man, that's when I broke my hand.
Yeah,
shit.
that was so funny, man.
I broke my hand. And I was like, man, I don't want to study for this stuff. And then, yeah, like I just failed it.
And like, so even like when I was in high school, like my vice principal said that if I pass my EQAO, I get like a $200 or a $300 like lunch card
Oh,
because he
really?
thought that I was 100% gonna
Did you
fail.
get that $200?
No, man, I was so mad. He told me, and I remember he used to drive. Remember he used to drive the purple Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Corvette, and he said, "Yo, I'll let you drive the Corvette if you pass." I was like, "Wow, this man really thinks I'm stupid," And then I passed, bro, and I was like, "Yo, where's everything at?" And he never pulled through. I still remember that. It's Mr. Piccone. If you're watching this, you still owe me your Corvette, man. I still gotta ride that.
That's crazy. So tell us more about like the tattoo industry and how it's different from like obviously like you wanted to be like a professional boxer, right?
Yeah, honest to God, like at one point, because that was all I felt like I had. Literally dedicating myself to those 4 years. That was like the only road that I had. Like that was all I was thinking about. Just okay, this is my plan. I'm just gonna go straight into competing as a boxer, and leave and then go from there, until COVID happened and they shut down competition. So what can you do, right?
Yeah.
So I was still competing at the amateur level. So pros, they can still fight, right? But amateurs, they couldn't.
So did you see a lot of like amateur fighters kind of like changing careers or kind of doing like
yeah,
what you
like
did?
there was a lot. Like the pool in Canada, like especially in Ontario, a lot of them switched up, right? But for me, like because I was still training throughout that whole year, but at that time I was also that was when I started making real money I did an e-commerce startup with the team, and it kind of diluted my hunger a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, tell them what you were selling, bro, because you were selling some dope.
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
man.
So I met these guys. So it was actually crazy. I met these guys, and the CEO, he's like family of a manufacturer back in China, and we were selling the ride-on cars, these little ride-on luxury cars that little Lamborghinis, little Ferraris.
Oh, like
for
kids?
like
yeah,
babies
like
and
kids
stuff.
can ride. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. He was
Those
showing
are
me that. I was
dope.
like, oh, I want one of
Yeah.
these for my nephew.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
crazy.
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
and
dope.
then because of pandemic, if you have an e-commerce company or anything e-commerce during the pandemic, definitely hit like higher numbers, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
Because
we were-
everyone's
sure.
just like shopping around like
Yeah.
all the time. No one else was like working.
And also,
they would
like-
just go like
Yeah, too much time in our hands, bro. We kind of like, buy things that we don't even need, bro.
yeah.
Bro,
What did we buy during like the whole
Oh,
lockdown?
we bought a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
started up a whole new gym at my house.
Oh yeah, the treadmill.
Yeah, the treadmill.
We got bro. We got fit. That
Yeah,
was the
man.
most fit
I was
think
running
I've
10 kilometers a day. I told you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else did we buy? We bought a lot of stuff actually.
Me, I doubled up on my shoe collection, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh, for real?
Bro, even though I I don't even need it, bro, because bro, we can't go outside, bro. But my shoe collection is just piling up.
I was actually very excited about grocery shopping during COVID. to be
Yeah,
honest.
grocery
real,
shopping
bro.
was sick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a whole trip,
Yeah, and like I remember I would dress up just to go grocery shopping. I was
Yo,
like,
Yeah.
I have a purpose.
just because we couldn't go outside, I had to wear like my best fits going to Walmart.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
ones, it was crazy.
good
Yeah, it was
times.
crazy how like Walmart and like Walmart was the only thing open,
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you remember when they took off all the essential stuff? I remember I needed new pillow covers.
Oh,
Oh
they,
yeah, and they
yeah.
had it
took
like
away,
blocked off.
Yeah, they
yeah,
had it
took
all
away like the
blocked off.
non-essential stuff, bro.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I was like, man, like I could literally just get my pillow covers, but it was all taped off like a
Bro.
yellow tape.
Bro, looking at that, bro, made me so sad, bro. Cause, bro, they know me, bro. I go to Walmart on a weekly basis, bro. That's like my Sunday
Yeah,
trip, bro.
exactly.
I go there just to walk around those like things that I don't even need, bro. I just grabbed a new towel. I don't even need one.
Yo, didn't they drop the PS5 during the COVID?
During the COVID,
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like-
that's very smart.
And they
In my
couldn't. I swear,
opinion.
it was hard for everyone to get a hold of it.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but right
yeah.
now it's super easy to get a hold of like a PS5 right now. I feel like,
Yeah.
No, I think they're so.
but they're selling it at
backorders.
Costco right now.
no,
Are
it's
they?
easier for sure compared to what it was before, but like it's still sold out, bro.
Yeah, it's so.
But they
Yeah.
only sell packages now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I,
it
like
needs to have a
bundles
game
and
and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's why it's more expensive. It's like it starts at like 1,200 or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like almost like a resale price almost. They're just basically just maximizing the whole hype around it because now everyone kind of caught up with the PS5 wave and then that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kaylin. So how was like what made you decide to like to start up to like doing tattoos?
Oh yeah. So back to like right after the whole e-commerce, I was riding that with the team for the last 2 to 3 years. It was great. Like not gonna lie, it was great. But I want to be like my own person, and because I stopped competing and I picked up doing fake skins at home and working on my like building up my creativity. Because before sports, I was always an art kid. So when I brought back into that, I realized I wanted to be my own person and kind of just work on that. Took a risk. I wasn't doing it definitely for the money at first. It was just a form of self-expression just because I stopped competing. So I wasn't like fighting people to like, get that relief, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So tattooing would just introduce me into like that whole different aspect and brought back like that what I had in the past. So it just came in full circle as to what I was doing now, right? So going back into that now, it really does kind of give me that same like self-expression. But yeah, no, ever since I've been in it for like the last 11 months, my life has been completely different. Like it's whole
Like
different.
what kind
yeah.
of tricks like did you like how did you like basically like go from like just starting up to like all of a sudden now you're tattooing like more people now and stuff like did you start with like a person or did you use like all the fake skin or
I started out with a fake skin. Believe it or not, I actually like I felt like I had it harder. I only did like 3 walk-ins from my place. From my studio, like all the clients I've done have been purely from social media, and it was purely through like word of mouth and trying to like introduce myself. I've never begged people to come into my chair.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually just told them like, hey, I started doing this, and then it went from there. You know.
Yeah, you tatted all of us up. So.
Yeah.
you did.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. I gotta give credit to like all the guys here at Top Tier because I did like y'all sacrifice like your skin for me to work
Yeah,
on. Like,
bro.
yeah.
First tat, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Lance's first
my
tattoo is
first
because of
tat,
you.
You know? That'll
Yeah.
be definitely always be special, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who first tatted me, but like, you know,
I remember the first person who tatted you.
yeah, I was like 13 years old, man.
Yeah.
I
remember-
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like 13. Leo was getting like,
I was getting my rib tattoo done.
yeah, he was getting his rib tattoo.
Yeah.
And then he looks at me, he's like, yo, like, you want one too? I was like, man, like, you know, mama's gonna kill us.
Yeah.
But then
That
I
was
was
his
like,
rib tattoo.
I was like, all right, bro, I'll get it done. And then the funniest part was when I was getting it done, he was doing the outline and he finished the outline, no shading or anything. So it's like a bunch of Chinese like letters on my ribs, right? And then I looked at it and I was like, man, like that looks fire already. And like I was like feeling it. I was like, man, I don't know if I can do any more. So I was looking at the guy. I was like, yo, I think this is fire. I don't think you need
I told
to
him
add
just like stop
anything
being a
more."
wuss and finish it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I did like a whole 6-hour session that day because I did like a whole Buddha on my ribs, and then obviously then after that, and then Luigi tries to get it, and like he just did the outlining, and then after the outline was done, and then he's just like, oh yo, this looks fire already, bro.
Cause
I'm
I didn't
like,
want to, bro. I didn't want to go through that pain anymore, man. Like the ribs is like the worst part in my opinion. That hurts. Like
What's the worst
Yo.
client you've ever had
the
when it
worst
comes
client.
to tattoos?
Oh my god.
No,
in
who?
terms of what, like,
No,
in
I'm
terms
just
of,
kidding.
like,
Yeah, name that person.
name that person.
I
I'm
want
just
to know that
kidding, bro.
person.
Yeah.
in terms of like pain or like
Yeah, pain.
pain.
Yeah.
I had this guy. I'm not gonna say who. I actually.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not gonna say.
Come
I'm
on, man, I want to
not
know.
gonna say which piece though.
Yeah.
But yo, this guy, he would start like tweaking at 15, like within 15 minutes. He relied heavily on numbing cream, and that's why like sometimes I won't advocate for it. Yo, he comes in late too. I think I did 6 sessions for like a 5-6 inch tattoo.
what?
So how long would that take usually?
Yo, the first 2 sessions were good because his numbing cream was like hitting, and then he got some bootleg one for the 3rd and 4th. It was only like 15 minutes. He's like, I can't do this. I said, no fucking way.
No way, man.
I said, no way. Yeah.
What's the longest tattoo sessions you've ever done?
The longest, 12 hours. just
That's
a-
like me. I've done a
yeah.
12-hour session before. Like my whole chest, I killed my whole chest
Yeah.
in one day.
I think mine was like back-to-back days. So I did my left one and then I did my right one. So I think it was like a Monday and Tuesday, you know, with Judy. So Judy, like she's sick with it, you know, and she works really fast. But yo, the chest hurts, man. Like it's
Honest.
painful. It's so
Yeah.
painful. I don't know what it is.
You know, the thing is like I started to realize, I think, and I maybe because I'm just influenced by like these amazing artists who are like their artwork is crazy. I realize I'm more of a slow worker.
Mhm.
So now I get like a lot of my clients to do at least a full day or even like a day and a half,
Mhm.
because honestly, slower work does always come out a lot better.
What spot of the body do you think is the worst spot to get a tattoo in? To be honest, all tattoos hurt, man.
all tattoos hurt.
Yeah.
All
when
tat-
people,
all
when
tattoos
people
hurt.
tell me they're
All
like,
tattoos
yo,
hurt, man.
like
Yeah.
I know this one person and like they're fully tatted. And I'm like, yo, how do you sit through all those tats? And they're like, man, it doesn't hurt. It
Hey, look at
tickles."
me,
Yeah.
dude.
They're like, it tickles. I'm like, it tickles what? I was like, you're crazy.
Oh no, but I've fallen asleep on a lot of my tattoos. So like my back tattoos, I don't remember any pain because I was
Oh, yeah.
really young. So like when I was really young, I just blast tattoos like it's nothing
Oh shit.
because I was so young, and I guess my pain tolerance is way higher.
Yeah.
And like I've fallen asleep, but there's a timer. So I have a lapu lapu tattoo on my back, right?
Oh
And that whole tattoo, I was sleeping, and then before he was finishing, I guess I woke up because my adrenaline just kind of died off, and I woke up. I started like tweaking when I woke up. I was like, "Oh, where am
Oh,
I?"
yeah,
Or, like
yeah.
I almost fought my tattoo artist. And
Did you
stuff.
did you feel like
You know?
the you know, if you fall asleep sometimes you might feel like the pain like all rush in at the same time?
Oh, no
But
way.
Even my
Oh.
neck.
That's a
Remember
thing?
my neck tattoo? I was like, "Are you done? Like you're
Yeah.
finished
Yeah.
already?" Like that was crazy. Like it's the
Yeah.
same guy that did my back tattoo. Monto Ink, that's his name. Shout out to that guy, and he has 0 tattoos, man.
Oh really?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
zero
Yeah,
tattoos.
Yeah, you know that's a
it's-
red flag.
Huh?
That's a red flag that a lot of artists say. If your artist has like no tattoos, that's a red flag.
Man,
Oh, really?
honestly, this
Yeah.
guy can draw. He's sick
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
doing
man.
tats.
He
but
freehand this whole thing.
if
for
you
me.
ever see this guy does not look like a tattoo. He honestly looks like
he looks like
a-
he looks like your uncle that barbecues chicken wings.
yeah, like
That's how he
he
looks
ca-
like.
He's like
He's cool, man.
He's super cool. I
Where
like
he-
Yeah,
that
he
guy.
would. I used to.
He's in the Philippines.
No,
No,
this is
he's
in the.
here.
This is here. Like he would go to my house and tat me up,
Yeah.
and like I have some tattoos that I 100% regret, not because of him. It's just because it was just the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a tattoo in my neck where I just Googled like an image, and I was like, yo, like do this one, you know. And then
Yeah.
now I regretted the most.
It's his Sailor Moon.
It looks like
tattoo.
Sailor Moon.
Looks like Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it's right
Yo.
here. I don't know if you
me
see.
see
Can
it.
you see it? Yeah, it's
Yo,
like
fam, that looks like.
yeah, it's okay though. Like you know, like I appreciate all my
Yeah.
tattoos. What you say, Lauren? Hey, don't be dissing, man. Yo, just to let you guys know, Lauren just looks like Slim Shady today because he
This
got
guy
the
got the
shortest
highest
bust.
fade.
Yeah,
It's so high,
the
it can
biggest
touch the
buzz cut
heaven, you
ever,
know?
Yeah, so that guy was super cool, and yeah, like I think like now, all tattoos hurt for me now. Like I can't sit more than like 5 hours for a tattoo. And
Well,
my
like, with the like Lance being younger and like, you know, he got like a couple of tats now, like a few
Mhm.
tats and stuff. Do you think tattoos hurt?
Yeah, it does, bro. Cause you know, like my first one, I thought it was just from the start. You know, like you know when they started the tattoo, and like I thought it was gonna go away, like you know the feeling of it. But bro, it stayed the whole time. You know, I thought it was just gonna go away, but it's right there. You know, I
I
mean,
think the wiping part hurts the most. for
Yeah.
me.
Oh yeah.
The
So
weapon part.
yeah, I know. Like that's why I try to make it as like painless as much as possible. I don't do dry wipes. Like I don't dry wipe it. I'll always do it with like a
yo,
moist
have you
towel.
seen that guy who did the whole chest? And when the artist was like wiping his chest, he's like,
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw that.
bro.
because, like
Yeah.
you have like your adrenaline is gone, bro, because you're
Yeah.
literally fighting off the pain, right? So your
Yeah.
adrenaline could only take so much, and it's like you're literally having like a live surgery,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah.
man. That's what
It's
it
like an
feels
open wound. Do you
Yeah.
remember when I got my whole
the
stomach
stomach,
done?
yeah.
Oh my god, bro, my whole stomach done. I think for like, it was like a 6-hour session or like 7 hours. I think the first 5 hours, like I was okay, you know. And then Leo came in, so for like the last 2 hours, bro, I thought I cried. Like it hurt so much that Leo was just like, "Yo, it's okay." He was holding my hand. I'm pretty sure at that time. So you're so, you know, being a wuss. I was like, you know what? This is your family name, and I was just like, but I
Yeah.
was shaking like
I
that.
think so. The way he did it though was crazy. So like he didn't outline the whole last name on our stomach. The way he did it was like so he did like so per letter. He was shading and like
Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
what he did. So like the way
Yeah.
my stomach was done, so they outlined the whole thing first, and then they started doing the shading.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So the way his tattoo artist did it is literally like so he just did letter by letter by letter by letter, and then like he was halfway done when I walked in, and it literally looked like Malek. That's it. My last name's Malek Rito. Oh man, I don't know if I could do it.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, stop being a wuss, man.
since there's areas like you know in our body that's really hurts, bro,
Like
getting
tender,
tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, like, what do you guys think about like numbing creams, bro, for areas you know that's actually hurts?
My best numbing cream, even though you're not supposed to do it. I drank a lot of alcohol in my big tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I
that's
know.
your numbing cream.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Yo, I've had clients lie to me, man.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell me, "Oh, I didn't drink the night before," but I can
Yeah.
tell when you touch their skin
because
man.
they just start bleeding, right?
No, I
start
mean,
moving.
is it cool to like use numbing cream, bro?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Nah, but it's cool. Only
I would
like,
do
I'm,
it.
I'm fine with it. Like I'm fine with it. But if it's your first tattoo, it's like a rite of passage, man. Like you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
use
you
it.
can't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I was 14, bro, I didn't do no numbing cream, no none of that. You know, like when I was younger, like blast me up, bro. Like I have a tattoo here where it's so bad because he was just like a, you know, like a basement tattoo guy. I paid him $120 for like almost a half sleeve.
That's
And-
crazy.
Oh man.
Cause I was young, bro. I had no money. I just wanted to get
Yeah.
tattoos.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, but like I still appreciate it because it brings me back to times
Yeah. Yeah.
that you know that I was like, oh, I couldn't afford good tattoos yet. like it's like 3D right now. You see, like it's very inflated at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know those ones.
Yeah, them ones.
Yeah.
The thing, like some, like just to educate, because a lot of people think that numbing creams is just like a straight plan to do. In reality, it's not, because sometimes people's skins will react differently, and also could affect the artist myself, because their skin can turn really rubbery. It turns into like a weird texture sometimes, and also when we're hitting your skin with ink and it's like in that weird texture, it can really affect the way the tattoo will heal out. So that's why a lot of artists won't advocate for numbing cream, because it can turn like a portrait into something wonky, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way the ink is not gonna sit properly on the
Yeah.
skin is what you're saying.
Because that numbing cream absorbs into the skin, right? So
Mhm.
sometimes it could act as a barrier. So sometimes the needles or even the ink won't even flow properly.
How do you
into
feel
them.
about people being sedated getting tatted?
So yeah, so Ganga Ink or Ganga Tattoo down in LA, they do that. Like I know they did that with Lil Durk, Lil Uzi,
Mhm.
sedated. Honestly, I think they paid over. I think they paid like 6 figures to get sedated and then get blasted by like 4
What?
different artists. Yeah,
Bro, I was thinking of doing that
Damn.
in the Philippines, man.
I wouldn't do that, man.
Yeah,
That's
so,
too
like,
Wait,
I
much.
was
I'll
actually
just take the
cost that
pain.
much, bro?
yeah, they
Yeah,
paid.
bro, it's very expensive
yeah.
to get sedated.
Yeah, they paid like I think Lil Uzi paid 200K or something like that.
Oh
That's
my gosh, just to get
crazy,
tattoos,
bro.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a G wagon, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
That's crazy. Yeah, cause like when I was in the Philippines, like I was thinking, I was like, okay, I want to finish like my whole leg done, but like since I don't want to feel the pain anymore, I have like like I have aunts in the Philippines that are like surgeons
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So like I was just gonna ask them to sedate me, and then I was gonna hire like 3 tattoo artists to just blast my whole leg.
Yeah.
So so I don't have, so I could just be like asleep and woke up and just be like, oh sweet, I have a full leg sleeve, and I'll just worry about it later, cause like how your skin's just gonna inflate and
Mhm.
stuff, and like the aftercare, yeah, that's the
Yeah. I think it's different. I think it's really interesting because every country, the way they do things is really different with tattooing. Because tattooing, you got to hold it to like a higher standard. You got to hold it to a different respect. I know a lot of I learned a lot from European artists and Filipino artists, and the way they treat it is like it's a truly an art,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I'm not trying to be weird, but like it goes down to a deeper connection with them, and that's kind of how I get down like with my stuff. But the weird influence with like some American artists and
Mhm.
here
Do you know what it's called? How Filipinos were labeled like back in like the 1800s?
what was it?
Filipinos were labeled as like they're called like the marked people, because every single tribe in the Philippines had different tribal
Yeah.
tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
like-
it's kind of crazy how you say that, because
Mhm.
it's actually like in our history,
Mhm.
as
Yeah,
Filipinos
that's
and stuff.
facts. That's facts.
Like
Yeah.
when like the conquerors and stuff, when they would set sail to the Philippines, they
Mhm.
would just see all tatted men, and yeah, they named us like
yeah, the marked
people.
the marked people,
Oh
because
yeah.
because everyone in the Philippines was tatted. Like let's say if you're from like Cebu, you have different tattoos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or if you're from like a different area, like even like Lapu-Lapu was tatted.
Even we
You
do
know?
have that national treasure, that lady.
Yeah, what's her name?
Wang
Wang Od.
Od,
Yeah.
yeah.
My mom got tatted
Oh,
by.
yeah.
Have you heard of her?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like
my
like
coach
9,
got
8 years
tatted. My
old.
coach got tatted by her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so-
I think
Yeah.
that's my dream. Like,
but
For real,
mama got
bro.
tatted by her niece.
yeah, her
Yeah,
Because she's
because
she
she
stopped
can't
doing
even-
it now
yeah,
'cause
she
she's, like,
can't even
almost
do,
blind and
like,
stuff.
tat.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
insane.
Yo, tell him what she does, bro.
Oh,
What she does
yeah.
after before
Yeah.
before she tats you up,
Mhm.
she grabs your wiener.
Oh
fam.
yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she just goes crazy. So I bet you she can just, all right, let me see this guy. Does she have a big schlong or a small schlong?
Yeah.
What kind of tattoo is he? A real man or not a real man? You know what I'm saying?
I heard that you don't even get to pick the design.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
don't.
Yeah,
You
she
don't.
just
But that's
freehands
kind of cool,
everything.
man.
Yeah.
Like I would
Yeah.
get that done.
She'll read you
Yeah.
based on
Yeah.
how.
My mom's
But-
tattoo looks
yeah,
cool, man.
But
Yeah.
from her, it's just the signature like 3 dots now because she's too old, right?
Oh.
But like there's still like daughters and like granddaughters that does
Yeah,
it.
but I feel like I would.
Her niece is
want
the one
her
that
to
tatted
do
my-
it. I would want her to do it. That'd be
Yeah,
even
at
the
least
3
the
dots. I'll
3
get
dots,
that
bro. I would
somewhere.
get it
Bro,
too,
her
bro.
the whole area where she lived, she turned that whole place around, man. Like now it's like a whole tourist destination. Like people, like you have to basically hike for
Yeah.
12
Yeah,
hours
it's a trek, bro, to
Yeah.
go there,
just
bro.
to go see her, bro. Like
Yeah.
everyone, like that that whole part of like her area just became super like
Booming.
like they became basically like they were just so accustomed to like being poor and stuff. And then the minute like a story came out that she's still like alive and she's like one of the last ones that does all these tattoos, bro, everyone flocked to her. And like now whole town is like it's saved now, man, basically just because of her. Which is
So going back to some boxing stuff. So since Jake Paul and Fury's fighting, who do you guys have?
People are gonna think I'm crazy, but I actually think Tommy Fury is gonna win this fight.
I think so too.
I want him to win.
It doesn't matter if people say it's rigged or not or nothing. Like, yeah, let's be real. Like, Tommy Fury, he was like a a reality TV star.
Mm-hmm.
But take again, he's a Tyson.
Yeah,
that name, like,
Bro, if you lose and your brother is like the heavyweight champion on the world, man, like that's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
lose
bro.
to Jake Paul. But again,
But Jake Paul is
Well,
nasty.
Jake Paul can box, bro.
Jake
Yeah,
Paul
bro.
can box,
He's
man.
a real
He's
boxer.
nasty,
now,
Out of
bro.
all, what do you think about that whole YouTube boxing thing as a boxer yourself?
honestly, like,
Because I want to know.
I don't think any of them will be world champions.
Oh no, okay. Do you think? Let me
You
re-ask
think this is
question.
good for the?
Do you think this is good for
Oh,
boxing?
it's good for the thing is people didn't like it, but I said it was good for the sport. Cause once
Yeah.
YouTube boxing like started picking up, like that gives more attention to all boxers,
Yeah.
to all fighters, right?
Yeah,
And-
but I feel bad for all like the professional boxers that are like, they're just starting to come up and like they're not making that much noise.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
know,
I
and
get
then all of a sudden like just a random, like
Random,
entertainer
like, yeah.
Yo.
or like whatever, just basically just gets paid like, like 2 M's or 3
Yeah.
M's,
For
and
real,
like,
bro.
they haven't even did the ropes yet. Like some
Yeah.
TikTok guys or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what
Because
I'm
I feel
saying.
like it's a
yo.
different market too.
Yo,
bro.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, ultimately, boxing it's not like most sports, right?
Mhm.
Especially if you have everything in life. That's what I'm saying. None of them are gonna be world champions, in my opinion.
Mm.
But if you put in the work, that's respect, though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we
Yeah.
met a lot of boxers when we were in Mexico.
Yeah,
Remember I
in
showed
Mexico.
you
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
pictures?
You
Yeah,
met a lot
bro.
of boxers.
Man, I think boxers are the only athletes where I feel like, like I don't want to sound like, like a super fan or whatever, or like like a cheerleader for boxer, but like I was fangirling when I saw
You were a
boxers.
fangirl?
And you know why
Yeah,
too? It's
bro.
because I think they're the nicest athlete. They're
Mhm.
very humble and they're very
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah,
to themselves. It's like they kind of see people as people
yeah.
Mhm.
versus like
Y'all
Like-
know how I met Gervonta Davis one time?
you did.
I met.
Yeah.
Jav-
Yeah,
I,
see,
there's a
that's
photo on
sick.
my Instagram with him, but
Mhm.
I was supposed to go. I went to the gym this day at Huff Gym in down in Saga. I didn't want to go sparring this day, but I said, "Fuck, I got to do it.
Yeah.
I gotta get my reps in." I show up. I see a bunch of guys in OVO, all merch.
Mm.
I find out he's doing an OVO photo shoot there.
Oh no way!
I'm
That's
like-
cool, man.
That's Gervonta Davis right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And he was taking photos there and all that. And I was sparring, and he was like watching because he was doing a shoot like right beside the ring where I was sparring,
Mhm.
and he was like watching, and I was like, "Oh shoot!"
So did
Yeah.
you turn it up or
Yo,
what?
I low-key turned it up though. I low-key
Yeah.
turned it
Yeah,
up.
I would,
I
Like,
would too.
50%, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, 80%
So
right
for
now.
me, the coolest boxer I have ever met is Sean Porter.
Sean
Yeah,
Paul.
Sean
Yeah,
Porter.
yeah.
Sean Porter was the nicest guy. His dad was the nicest guy. So
Yeah.
we were at the resort. We were in Mexico, and they had this WBC event, and everyone was there. Like I think Mike Tyson was there. Lomachenko. We met Lomachenko. We met
Mhm.
Oh,
Alexander
yeah.
Usyk. Badu Davis.
I think that was like a award ceremony or something, right? For
Yeah,
yeah.
all the WBC.
yeah for the
Adonis was
WBC
there,
and
yeah.
who else
Yeah.
was WBC?
Adonis.
Adonis
Adonis
WBC.
yeah.
Adonis,
And
yeah.
what's his name? Alexander Usyk. We met him, bro. He's
Mm.
cool,
Usyk
bro.
is sick.
Yeah,
Usyk
Yeah,
is mad
Alexander
dope,
Usyk
bro.
was cool, man. And then
At the time, Benavidez.
Yeah.
Benavidez let us.
David
yeah,
Davis,
I have a picture
Bro.
of me and holding Brandon Benavidez.
Yeah, he's like this. He's like
Oh,
he
yeah.
was like 21 or 22 at the time,
yeah,
and then he was like the world champion. Of
yeah. He was like a
one of the
middleweight.
belts.
He was a
Yeah,
middleweight
yeah.
champion.
David
yeah.
Benavidez,
He
yeah.
goes like this. He goes, "Oh, you want to carry it?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to carry it."
Yeah.
He's a world champion, you know,
Yeah.
bro. I never knew how heavy those belts were until I.
They're
Oh,
made of
them.
real.
They're
like,
real
stuff.
They're
gold.
real gold, man.
Yeah.
real
Like it's
gold.
crazy. Like I have a picture of me like holding 2 belts like this,
Yeah.
and it was cool because like everyone thought that we were boxers too. When
Yeah,
when
because
in
we
the
were like
resort.
tatted and stuff, and people would be like, "Yo, can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Why?" You
So they
know?
come to like,
Should've done it
hey,
for
so like, are you
jokes,
guys
bro.
boxers? We're like, yeah, we're part of the event, but we were just there turning up.
Yo, we were
You
there
know?
turning up all the time.
Yeah, and Luigi was just sad because he
Hey,
was
man,
on his-
yeah.
So
That's
the
off
whole
podcast.
the whole
You can't be
reason
talking
of
about
that trip was because he was on his Drake moment, you know?
Oh,
yeah.
Nah, man. It's weird, man. Honestly, like I love how boxing, definitely the culture whole turned up. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
like that.
cool, man. And like I said, man, like look at SaltPapi. That's my guy.
SaltPapi's
Yeah.
good.
Yo,
You know?
Yo, honestly, out of all of the YouTube or celebrity boxers, I think SaltPapi's like.
I think he could be the most popular
I
one
think he
because
could
like
beat most people.
his personality is
Because
hilarious, bro.
he started off like fat and now he lost weight. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he's
No,
still
but,
funny,
like,
even
You
like
think
the way
you
he
ever like
boxes.
fight Jake Paul?
Oh,
bro?
that'd be sick.
that'd be
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
That'd
Probably
be super
like a year
sick.
from now. You
No,
know.
but I think isn't he too short?
He,
Like,
I don't know
No,
if they're in the
he
same
fights
weight.
at 185.
185.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
But bro, the last fighter he fought, like
Bro, he's a
that
big
guy's
boy,
pretty tall,
bro.
bro.
Oh yeah, I
You know, but
guess.
like 1-2, boom.
Well, that looked like some Rocky moment when that
Yeah.
fight
Yeah.
because that guy was like 6'2" or whatever
Oh,
how
yeah,
tall
yeah.
he is.
Bro, Manny Pacquiao's been fighting like taller guys, bro.
Yeah,
his
the
whole
yeah,
life.
Margarito
remember
fight.
Margarito fight,
Margarito fight.
bro. His
Oh,
eye was just
that was crazy.
crazy.
What's your favorite Manny Pacquiao fight?
My favorite Manny Pacquiao fight would definitely have to be either Margarito or what's it? Eric
Morales?
Yeah, Eric Morales.
Oh man, he lost in one of them. I
Yeah.
remember. I was
Yeah.
so sad.
The Eric
Leo, okay,
Morales
let me
fight.
tell you Leo's favorite Manny Pacquiao fight, Ricky Hatton.
Yeah,
This guy,
I love that
anytime-
fight.
Yeah, that was
bro.
short, bro.
Anytime we're chilling, he'll be like this. We'll start watching boxing or whatever, cause like we love boxing. You know,
Mhm.
we grew up
Yeah.
on boxing and all that stuff. And every single time I see Leo searching up Ricky Hatton versus Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah, full fight, man.
like full fight.
I would watch
You
a
know?
full fight all
I
the
mean,
time.
I would watch it too, bro. That's an only 2-minute video,
Yeah.
fam.
That's
No,
crazy.
I watched the full fight, man.
Yeah,
the
it's
full
like 3
fight.
rounds.
Yeah,
Was
no,
thir-
it's two
two
rounds.
rounds.
It was
Two
2 rounds.
rounds, yeah.
I could tell you play by play on what happened,
For
bro.
real, bro.
Yeah,
Even
that
on the
was
walk-ins,
nasty.
everything. Because I watch it, I was like, man, this is one of my favorite fights. I don't know, because maybe I was like young, and I remember that
Yeah.
memory of me like
Mhm.
seeing him
Yeah.
knock that guy
Yeah.
out.
You know, a sick fight too is George Kambosos versus Teofimo. That one was like one
Yeah,
of the
yo.
craziest
That was
fight
a
in like
crazy fight.
recent fights in my in
That
my
was
opinion.
definitely, honestly, the animosity in that fight was crazy, and
Oh,
I think,
super, bro.
but that was also Teofimo's downfall though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it was straight out of a movie. Like,
Yeah, he got too arrogant, I think.
Well, he
That's
was
what
like
happened.
well,
he was undisputed though. That's
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
crazy. Like he just
No,
coming
but-
off the Lomachenko fight. He
Yeah.
was like on top of the
Yeah.
world, and he sees like George Kambosos. He's very like he's small. You know, he's not as big
Mhm.
as like
Manny Pacquiao trained with
Teofimo.
him. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Bro,
Manny
you
Pacquiao-
can tell
yeah,
that
you could tell that Manny
you can
Pacquiao
tell
trained
that
with
yeah.
you
him,
know
right?
a
the thing
little-
is, like, I felt bad because I know Lopez was going, like, he was going through stuff too in between the fights, like he like personal stuff,
Mhm.
and then obviously his head got too big for that fight.
Mm.
He was winning that first round.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, this
And
guy
then he
gets knocked down. Got
Yeah,
knocked down
yeah,
in like
yeah,
the
yeah.
last few seconds. I'm like, no way.
Man, I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch that fight again because that was
Yeah.
crazy. I listened to
Yeah.
podcasts with George Kambosos and Joe Rogan,
Mm-hmm.
and George Kambosos was saying like, man, like he was going through personal stuff too. I think his grandfather passed away.
Yeah,
like,
his grandfather.
yeah, like 3 weeks before and stuff like that, and he was just saying like, I'm ready to die for
Mhm.
this fight, and like it showed.
Yeah.
Like that fight was sick.
Yeah.
You know.
You see, this is why I'm telling you, like, when it comes, it even applies to all athletes, like, well, with boxers too, because you're putting your health and life on the line. Doesn't matter what personal stuff you go through. Once it's time to show up, you got to show up.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
isn't it crazy how like when we were kids, we would like look at athletes and be like, "Yo, what do they what do they do outside of this?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because like now for sure, like you've seen like a bunch of athletes outside of the ring, or like basketball
Mhm.
players outside of like like basketball. Like for sure, you've seen like NBA players or like football players like partying it up at the
Mhm.
club and stuff like that. And like I used to always just think of like, so what do these guys do after like games? And now that we're older and we see it, like it's just like, whoa, like that's not what I thought of.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
they're normal.
know?
They're normal people. Actually, like
yeah.
I got the opportunity to tattoo an NFL draft prospect, Chase
Mhm.
Brown. We did tattoo sessions back to back, and like, obviously we talked about his football career, but for the most part, this guy was talking like a normal person. He would talk about,
Well,
what he
to be
thinks.
honest,
Like play video games.
Yeah,
and
play
stuff
video
like that.
games,
Yeah.
all that stuff,
Yeah,
chill.
To be honest, man, for me, like with all the athletes that I've ever encountered that are professional, boxers would be number one for me, with like the most humility and humbleness.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's
you
real.
know? And then like second is football players.
Mm-hmm.
Football
know?
players are cool, man.
Football players, like NFL players. Like
Yeah.
I've met a lot of NFL players, and they are the most like nicest people, and like they don't walk into the room thinking that like everyone should know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, like the NBA players. It's a
Because
little iffy for
I
me.
feel like it's
Yeah.
because of the lifestyle that
Yeah,
comes.
it's
you
a
know,
little
comes
iffy
with
for
it,
me because
bro.
like I have encountered a
know?
lot of NBA players, and they're kind of, like they're kind of like divas a little bit.
Yeah. No.
Like you're the 13th man on the bench, bro, and everyone thinks that like you want everyone to know. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get that.
Like you're
Yeah.
literally
Okay.
riding the bench, bro. Like no one cares about you.
Yeah,
But
no.
like you're out here acting like you own the whole place. Like I've had that encounter, man.
Yeah, you'll see that also like in the
know?
gym when like for me I've always been a quiet person even when I'm training and such. There are times where random kids would come into sparring, you can tell they're acting all nice. They'll talk, they'll bark. And these they're not as nasty when it reflects on the ring. I've seen that. I've
Mhm.
dropped a few of them too, and it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, bro.
That's dope.
I feel like the person that talks the most is the one that
oh man,
always
for real.
loses, Unless you're Floyd Mayweather, because he's nasty.
Yeah, Floyd
Yeah.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yo, if you're gonna talk, you make sure you can back it up.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, like so, like when I was meeting all these boxers and stuff, I was just like, so even what's his name again? Bernard Hopkins.
Bernard
Yeah,
Hopkins.
Bernard
Yeah, so we had dinner
Hopkins,
with
yeah.
Bernard Hopkins. That was so cool, bro.
Yeah.
We helped him get a shorty at the
Oh,
dinner.
really?
Yeah.
Because I think I came up to his table. I was like, "Yo, like, can I get a picture?" And at first he was like, "No, like I'm out for dinner right now."
Yeah.
And then we're like, "Okay, whatever," you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we finished eating dinner, and then he came over. He's like, "Yo, I'm sorry, bro. Like, like I'm trying to get
Oh,
the
man.
shorty." And then he's like, "Yeah, let's do the pictures." We took the pictures, bro. All these pictures, like, we're gonna send it to Lawrence, so people can see.
yeah. So you
But
can
it's
see
it's
it.
sick,
Yeah,
But
because
he's a
like,
nice guy.
Yeah, he's super nice, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, bro, like this is Bernard Hopkins. you
Yeah,
know?
Bernard
yeah, yeah.
Hopkins
And
is a
like,
legend.
he has, like, he just feel like he wants to be a part of the people, which is amazing.
Yeah.
man.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
sick,
that's cool, man.
man.
So
I
would
mean,
you guys let's do a would you rather? Would you rather listen to hip hop or R&B? Go ahead, Lance.
R&B, bro.
Why R&B?
Because my favorite artist is The Weeknd, bro.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
some Tory Lanez, Chris Brown.
Yeah. Those are classic.
You
How about for you,
Lava
Leo?
Mines.
I'm more of an R&B guy. I like it.
Wow.
I'm an R&B guy because, like every time I chill with my girl, it just sets the mood.
Jeez.
You guys are
Yes.
lovers, eh?
You know.
But
Okay,
your
so-
mom said you wanted to be that. You wanted that 50 Cent life.
No, man. Bro, every time I used to get in trouble in school, my mom would go in the office and she would tell my principal, "Oh, it's because all he does is listens to 50 Cent and he wants this
man.
lifestyle, bro." I'm like, why do you keep saying that, man? Like, my mom is so foreign.
How about you, Kallen?
Yo, honestly, before I used to be an R&B guy. Actually, I was low key listening. Like, I was bumping One Direction and Justin Bieber when I was like younger, bro.
Oh, I still do.
Yeah, I
bro.
still
Bro.
do.
I was
We
low-key
do that
ashamed.
at
I was
the
low-key
shop.
ashamed.
bro,
At the shop all
Sunday.
the
Yeah,
time.
I used to have like an MP3 in like school, and like, yo, what are you bumping to? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I gotta
Change
change
it
it up.
up.
Change it up to something hard.
Yo, but no, I would rather listen to hip hop though.
Hip hop.
Yeah. Right now, like, yo, honestly, I always listen to Polo
Like,
G,
what kind of hip hop?
Polo G, Lil
Mm.
Durk.
Mm.
I could say some of like Polo G's songs are like categorized as like
Yeah.
R&B,
Yeah, I know some
Yeah.
of them, like some of his collabs.
Yeah, how do you
Yeah.
feel about all this drill music stuff?
all this drill music?
Yeah. Like King
Yo,
Von.
I don't know, man,
and, like,
because
Quando Rondo.
I'm sick and tired of seeing kids wearing tech fleece, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Wearing
the tech
ski
fleece.
masks.
Bro, I have so much tech fleece at my house, man.
Bro, for me, I think
Like-
I'm gonna choose R&B too
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, because I feel like when I was like in my 20s and stuff, I went through a lot of things, but they weren't even like that big. But R&B just helped me like go through them, you know.
I'm gonna put you guys on the best what is it called playlist. It's called OVO Sound Radio, episode 54.
54, yeah,
Oh,
with
really?
Division. Oh man, with Division.
Oh,
There's some like old R&B in there, bro. It sets the mood. Right.
Yeah.
Anytime I'll play that.
You know what they say about like certain men or certain fathers from Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the ones that are dogs, and then there's some that are like they'll love you. You're like pure lovermans only, you know?
Yeah, no, that's the Filipino.
Bro, I'm only a
aspect,
lover
you know?
man to my girl, fam.
Oh, for real.
No one
Oh.
else, but I'm a dog to everybody, dog. So if you want to test me, come test me anytime. Yeah.
Yeah, you know where he lives.
You know where I live, boy.
My dad. I think my dad's a dog though, cause like the thing is, I don't talk to my dad, but he bought a house back in Philippines.
Mhm.
He actually got remarried, kicked his mom out, my grandmother out that house.
Damn,
Oh,
bro, that's
what a
madness.
Bro, that guy's a madman, bro.
Yo, they just moved this new thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, bro, no way. Well, my dad is a dog too. He has
crazy.
3 wives.
Yeah,
fam.
yeah, 3 wives. You
Yeah.
know?
See, I told you.
Yeah, you know. But well, my dad was a good dad, so
Yeah.
he raised us to be basically like, you know, like not take shit from anybody and basically.
And I
be-
feel like he
like, be
still,
full
even
to
though,
protect
you know, like,
ourselves.
he actually raised us to actually, like, you know, respect women, you know?
Mhm.
Aside from, like, everything, he's just, like, make sure that, you know, like, you treat women the way they are. So, like, okay, funny story. At Anko, right? So me and Leo used to go to Anko all the time, like, clubbing and
No,
all
no,
that
no,
stuff.
no.
Okay, this was, like, 6 years ago. I'm sorry, Christina, okay? I'm sorry.
Well,
but-
don't worry, she was there.
bro?
She was throwing hands
Oh
there
yeah,
too,
she was
bro.
throwing hands there too. So like this was like 6 or 7 years ago, but yeah, I remember one dude, like him and his like girlfriend or whatever it was. I seen this man punch the girl
What?
Mhm, I remember
Oh.
this
in front of me.
Oh, dead ass.
I was
Mhm.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you don't punch girls. Like my dad taught me you don't punch girls. You know?
Mhm.
So I punched him in the face.
Yeah, bro.
And
like,
bro,
there was a bunch
and
of
then
our
I-
guys like right behind Luigi, and like he had like 3 boys.
Yeah, he
That
had
was
3
with him.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, what are you gonna do? I said, bro, she can't defend herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then like this guy was just like barking him and his like 3 other friends. And I didn't know like Leo and like all my guys were like behind me. And then I looked back and I saw them. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm good. I'm not gonna jump. But like those are the things that like my dad taught me. He's like, you know, if you ever see anything wrong, like try to do the right thing. And I thought the right thing at that time was to punch the guy in the face.
Oh, 100%.
To see how
man.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
how can you punch a girl? Like, I think that's so stupid. Like,
is the dumbest thing ever. Like, cause like a girl can't protect herself in a way where like a guy could protect herself in a sense, you know. And like not obviously not all girls are like that.
Yeah.
You know, like Ronda Rousey would probably beat my ass.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
majority, like you're supposed to be the one protecting your girl, not the
Yeah.
one beating her up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
More like Amanda Nunes or something.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would pay
Like
to see
you know
that,
what I mean? What
Ronda
Amanda
Rousey
Nunes
beating
versus
up
me?
Leo?
Oh no, man!
Okay, let's do another would you rather. Philippines or Canada, like living wise.
Mm,
Go ahead, Leo.
So for me, like quality of life, Canada, but mental peace, Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because we all lived in the Philippines, and obviously now we all live in Canada. But
Yeah.
you know, so we can kind of
You know what I love about Philippines? They don't care about the outside noise. You
Yeah.
know? They love what they have in front of them. And I think they're all the people, they're content with what's in front of them, you know?
Oh, I
Yeah.
said that in the Tagalog podcast actually.
Yo,
Yes,
you know
yeah.
what's crazy, bro? Like I see like opposite, bro. You know,
What?
like the quality of life. I feel like because I know Philippines like that, I feel like I could find it like way nicer in the Philippines. Only if I have like the money. But then mental peace, I feel like I have it here, bro.
really.
Whoa,
Yeah.
why you say that?
Cause bro, I don't know, cause I'm still like pretty much connected to like Filipinos, you know, like bro, negative comments and all that,
Mhm.
like social media. I'm still connected to them, bro.
Mm.
Just listening to all that, hearing all that, it's like, bro, like I don't like to live life knowing that I could just easily walk out my street and like
Like
I
no one
see
cares about you,
yeah,
basically.
or like see a person that's like basically judging you.
Mm.
Here, bro, like I don't know, it's probably because I live more of my life in the Philippines than
Mm.
here.
Mhm.
That's why how I see it,
Yeah, maybe because just our upbringing is just very different because
Yeah.
we grew up in Canada
Yeah.
and you grew up in the Philippines.
Mhm.
Because for us, every time we go to the Philippines, we're very, very excited because like we
haven't been there.
yeah
in so
we haven't been
long.
there in so
Yeah,
long.
I'm excited too, but like, you
You
know,
know?
it's just the opposite for me, bro.
That's crazy. Because
Mhm.
every time I go back, like what Kallen said, you know, like everyone in the Philippines seems to not care
Mhm.
about, not necessarily like money or like how they make it and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but they'll always be happy. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
the saddest thing to me was like seeing like a homeless family and just like them walk, and you know, like I don't know where they're going, but they still had a smile on their face
Yeah.
because they were all
Mhm.
together.
Do you
Mhm.
remember? Have you ever seen this when you're in the Philippines, where there's a kid, and he will get like a tire from like a bicycle that's like already like flat, and he has a stick, and while he's walking, he just
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the tire.
Yeah.
We used to
We used to do that,
do
bro,
Yeah,
as a
that.
kid,
yeah.
and like thinking about it, man, like that's like happiness to them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to do that too, but like it's not that I can't, like my parents can't buy toys for me. It's just I thought it was fun because I was seeing all those kids like doing that.
But
you
that
know?
just it just shows how simple it is.
I
Yeah.
You
know,
know, to
bro.
be like in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Cause like here, bro, like there are times to where even like with my nieces and nephews, like I want them to know what it feels like to go, like to go to the Philippines, because I feel like yeah, like I spoil my nieces and my nephew. I know it,
Mm-hmm.
but I make sure they know what it feels like to basically like not have the things that they have to basically.
No, yeah,
Like
bro.
we try to make
that's
sure that they know that this is like we're able to do this just because we're in the position to do this at the moment. But before we
Mhm.
never had this stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
You know?
thank you guys for listening to our fourth episode with Kallen, and you can tell them about how they can reach you, your Instagram. Just look through this camera.
Yeah, for sure. It's a pleasure to be on the podcast with the top tier boys today. My
Yes,
name is
sir.
Kallen. You can find me on Instagram of KallenInk, and I'm working out of Hamilton, Ontario at Ink Temple Tattoo Studio.
Tell me your Instagram.
KallenInk.
His name is actually Jordan, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.